She's one of the most photographed women in the world, but attention on Kate, the Princess of Wales, hasn't reached this level since she married Prince William back in 2011. The first official photo of the princess since she underwent surgery is sparking a lot of controversy. Royal sources say the goal of the photo was to share an informal family snapshot for Mother's Day, which was this past Sunday in the UK. However, the photo was pulled hours later after news organizations said they had reason to believe the image had been manipulated. And the internet has been in a fury ever since. It was meant to quell the rumors. A smiling Princess of Wales with her 3 children looking the picture of health. But instead, it fueled them. The photo released on Sunday by the royal family, dramatically pulled from circulation by several major news agencies later that day, citing concerns it had been manipulated. The Princess of Wales apologized on Monday, taking personal responsibility for editing the image. Like many amateur photographers, she said, "I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused."
The royals always do a little bit of filtering. A Christmas photo recently was Prince Louis was missing a finger. And actually, I was just talking to an expert about this, and his opinion is that it is actually, it's not just Photoshop, it is actually an AI photo, and that's what he's saying. So of course, this is just adding to the speculation, adding to the panic, and it is really a PR disaster for the royals.
This is only going to fuel much more speculation about the whereabouts and the condition of the Princess of Wales. With all the conspiracy theories out there, I think the conspiracy theorists are not going to be satisfied until they see almost, I don't know, a kidnap-style proof of life photo of the princess holding up today's copy of the Daily Mail with the date on it.
Analysis from internet sleuths and from reputable media organizations found at least 2 areas which appear to show evidence the photo has been altered, including Princess Charlotte's sleeve, which seems to melt into nothing, and then Kate's zipper, which appears to be cut short. AFP, one of the international agencies to pull the photo, stood by its decision Monday.
We have a duty of trust towards our subscribers, towards their viewers, and we have to kill the picture. It's absolutely a red line that was crossed there in terms of journalism.
The image was released by the royals for Mother's Day in the UK, along with the message from Kate thanking people for their support in the last 2 months. The princess has been out of the public eye since she underwent abdominal surgery in January, and in the vacuum of information, conspiracy theories have been swirling about the status of her health. First editions of British newspapers, published before the image was pulled by agencies, present the picture as happy proof of her recovery, but the subsequent unprecedented withdrawal by some agencies has sent speculation about her well-being into overdrive.
People are worried and they're concerned, and the speculation just grows greater and greater. And it must be so hard for Kate. She's had this severe surgery. She just needs privacy, and the internet is panicking. People are saying we can't trust them anymore. We can't trust their photos.
With the trust between the royal family and the public being called into question, what was meant to be a reassuring family snap backfired spectacularly. For more on how the royal family is navigating these controversies, we're joined by royal historian and history professor Justin Vovk. Justin, what do you make of everything that happened with that picture that came out over the weekend?
Well, it really feels like a bit of a monster of the royals' own making in this case. You know, they've always had this policy of never complain and never explain, and they sort of violated their own policy by putting out this photo, and it's kind of blown up in their faces. They had issued a statement via Kensington Palace before all of this happened that Kate was going to be off work until after Easter. She wasn't going to be appearing in public. And that was quite a bit of public information for us to be receiving on the health of one of the senior members of the royal family. And they reiterated that only a few weeks ago when some of these conspiracy theories started developing that there was something else going on. They could have just stuck to their policy and said nothing, and she would have returned to work, and it all would have blown over. But by doing this, it has kind of opened up a bit of a Pandora's box for them.
The palace has also released a couple grainy paparazzi photos of Kate since the controversy happened. And because of that, the internet has also been digging into those photos and claiming they're photoshopped. What do you think is going on?
This might not be the most popular answer, but I actually don't think there's anything going on. I think this is genuinely a case of she had major surgery and she is needing time to recover. She has an incredibly public job that requires a great deal of physicality and stamina on a daily basis. So for one thing, I think it makes sense she's going to be out of commission for a while to recover. But there is always this curiosity and in some cases suspicion when it comes to celebrity figures, and the royals are that. They are celebrities, and anything where they are out of the public eye generates interest and generates controversy. And because of this whole photo situation, and because of the fact that the palace has admitted that it came from them, it sows seeds of mistrust, and it creates this phenomenon called pareidolia, where people read into images things that aren't there but fit with what they think is there. And so I personally don't question those grainy images of her in the car, because those are the kinds of images that we would expect in this sort of situation. We'd expect to see her with her mother. But the fact that such a high quality image would be put out by the palace and have been manipulated, it undermines a bit of trust. So I don't think there's anything going on, but I think that they have attempted to address the public concern, and they didn't do it in the most astute or the most tactful way.
As you said, releasing Sunday's photo was a misfire for the royals. What do you make of Kate taking the blame for that?
Well, it's hard to say for sure if this is a case of Kate, quote unquote, taking the blame, or if it's something where it's something she did herself and she's owning up to it. Those are two very different situations. It may very well be a situation where she thought she would take the reins, try to stamp out public concern and speculation, and it just didn't pan out. And it seems unlikely that the royals and their staff would look to throw her under the bus. I think that people might be blowing this out of proportion from what it really does need to be.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight on Trending Now, Justin.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.